Hi Year 5, welcome back to this week's science lesson. Well done for last week with your inquiry circles. I enjoyed looking at those on Seesaw and I saw some great examples, so well presented and so easy to follow, and well done to those people that completed the science challenge too. What a nice change to be able to listen to some music and reflect on that. So this week in science we're going to be looking at some parts of the solar system. For today's lesson, you're going to need your exercise book, pen, pencil and ruler and some colouring pencils or something to colour with. Our learning today is focused on researching and representing data about different planets. Some key vocabulary that you may use in today's lesson and in your activities are the words spherical, orbit, solar system and planets, and if there are any words that you are not sure of there, they will be covered throughout the lesson. So to start the lesson, I want you to watch a little video clip for me. It's all about the layout of the solar system, and I'm hoping this will give you a better understanding as to actually the distance between each of the planets from the sun. I think sometimes when you think about how the planets are laid out, you can't actually visualise what this looks like, so hopefully this clip will do it for you. I want you to think about, why is the Stargazing Challenge useful? So the clip that you're about to see is called the Stargazing Challenge. Why do you feel that it's a useful challenge to see or to do? And how does it help you understand the solar system better? So for activity 1, what I would like you to do is in your exercise books, I'd like you to draw this table, or if you find it easy just to write the planets and the information at the side, you can do that. You can always pause this video to look at the criteria, but I'd like you to research the different criteria for each of the planets. So you've got distance from the sun, average temperature, diameter, time to orbit the sun in Earth days, time to rotate on an axis in hours, type of planet, atmosphere and other information. As you can see on the screen, Earth has already been done for you as an example. If there's any other information that you find interesting about each planet, you can write that in the other information section. On the next slide, there are some websites that you might find useful and are quite informative to get a lot of this information from. So follow the links to help you with this. Saves you having to search and search and search for ages all by yourself. So these 4 websites that you can see in front of you, these are really good for the information that you'll need, really clear, really easy to find and should make the task a little bit quicker for you. So now you've got all your data in your table, I'd like you to create some comparative sentences, so representing the data to compare. In front of you now on the screen there are 3 different sentences to really give you ideas of how you could start. You don't have to use these, but just to give you an idea of where you could go. So where the dots are is where you would have to fill in some of the information, or they might be the planet names you may need to put in. So the first one, for instance, ... is closest to the sun, whereas ... is the furthest away, comparing 2 planets. Second one, ... and ... have similar atmospheres because they are. You might want to say they have nitrogen in the atmosphere or whatever you find from the research. And then the final one, ... and ... have a big difference in rotation times on their axes because, and you could finish that sentence off to show what you have found out. Now, like I said, you do not have to use these particular sentence statements. These are just ideas of how you can use comparative language. I'd like you to do at least a minimum of 3 for me, please, and then upload them onto Seesaw so I can comment on them. Keep watching for your science challenge on the next slide. So I'm loving the science challenge I've set this week because it's something that I really enjoy doing. So it's an art-based science challenge. So using the images on the following slides as inspiration, can you create an artistic version of one or several of the planets? So artistic version just means you can be as creative as you want. It can be using pastel, paints, collage, anything you like really. It can be as bold or as pale pastel colours as you like. Now the images you're about to see, it'll just give you an idea of shapes, colours, tones that you might want to use, but have a go and be as creative as you like. If I get a chance this week, I'm going to try and do one, then I'll show you next week. So keep watching the video so you've got some ideas of the pictures and the colours of the planets.